From Washington, D.C., Sunday leadoff on Peacock. Nationals Park this night, Game 3 of this 3-game series. The Cincinnati Reds, who've lost 2 in a row to the Nats, trying to salvage a game here before they leave town. And the two managers, quite a contrast. These two teams are tightly bunched in the wild card standings. If you put the manager standings up, there's a big gap. Terry Francona's truly one of the all-time greats, second oldest manager in the big leagues with so many wins and championships and winning experience. And then young Blake Butera, 34 years old, the youngest manager in Major League Baseball. He's done a heck of a job with this Nationals team. We'll tell the story of a connection between those two guys. Tito kind of helped Butera out when he was interviewing for this Nationals job, so there is a connection between those two. How about our Ford pitcher profile? The guy who's going to start today for the Nats is Brad Lord.
Yeah, Brad Lord, look, coming second outing after coming off the IL. He had a little side issue post July 4th against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and you see a 29th game that he's going to be in this year. It's a low three-quarter release. I mean, it's low too, right? But it looks like he's playing catch. It's a sinker, it's a slider, it's a sweeper, a little changeup to go along with it. He's about the control. It's not about swing and miss, but he has numbers against righties that are just nasty.
And we'll see how long he hangs in this game. It really is a true bullpen game for the Nationals. Starting lineups presented by Capital One. And for the Reds, Sam, it kind of starts at the top with one of the most dynamic players in the game.
Yeah, he's a there goes that man kind of guy. Ellie, since they moved into the leadoff spot, had just continued an ascension to become truly one of the better players in all of baseball. Funny, he wasn't an all-star this year because of an injury, but has put together his best year by far. He's backed up by Sal Stewart, who right there with C.J. Abrams driving in some runs.
Yeah, Stewart's number is amazing for a rookie. So you see the full lineup. How about the Nats defense behind Brad Lord?
Well, the Nats defense behind Brad Lord with Dalen Lyle in left field has been the most improved outfielder out there. Jacob Young, one of the best center fielders of the game. Dylan Cruz, best arm out there. Bebas Abrams left side. Nunez and Ortiz, and for our guy Mike Krukow. Gabriel Ruiz behind the plate. He's in the squad.
Good tribute to my great friend who announced this week. That wasn't even a part of all the news around baseball that we showed you before first pitch, but one of the all-time greats to do this job announced this will be his final year in the booth. Ellie De La Cruz, first pitch swing on a challenge fastball from Brad Lord. He is ready to swing from the start of the game.
We talked about that a couple days ago, where we're going to be able to get Carroll and Pineda to go down and talk to him. You going to swing first pitch? He likes these national games.
He does. And he swings through that high fastball. It's 0-2. It is definitely a thing around the big leagues where often the best hitter is in that number one spot. It's certainly not been the case for most of the history of the game, but
James Wood, number one in the game, plate appearances, even with being on the IL, almost 50 times on base to lead off a game.
That's why you do it, right?
Yeah.
Get your best guy up there as much as possible. That strike 3 call to De La Cruz knew it.
Well, good backdoor sweeper on this one. Challenge him, middle? Climb the ladder a little bit, and then a little 3-pitch. See ya.
Yeah, it looked like he hadn't missed much time.
Brad Lord, he's had a year interrupted by injury, and so a guy who in the past, last year, Franny, he threw 130 innings for this Nationals team, but not built up to do real true starters work today.
Yep. 20 starts last year, or 19 starts last year? Did a good job. Control pitcher, right? It's not going to be the overpowering stuff. So at times we know swing and miss.
Yeah.
It's needed to get you a little bit deeper into games, or in this case, a couple times in the order.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, look at those numbers from Sal Stewart. Just a tremendous rookie year. He's second all time in the history of the Reds. The Reds are the oldest professional franchise. They've had more history than anybody for home runs by a rookie in a season. Only the Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats, Frank Robinson, more home runs as a Reds rookie.
The year's gone on, and he's on more and more lists as far as rookie seasons with Albert Pujols and Pete Alonso when he hit 53, and what he's done with runners in scoring position on a team that doesn't score a ton of runs has been really impressive.
We got 7 weeks still to go, so he's got a lot of games left to add on. Most home runs by a rookie in the history of the Reds. Now that is Reds royalty.
That's a pretty good list.
Awesome.
You can't do better than that.
And this guy could just flat out hit.
He can hit, man.
He's been a great RBI man. Takes that sweeper.
I think that speaks to Sal a little bit. Is that, I mean, if you look at his numbers with nobody on base, you know, they're pedestrian, 230, 240. You put somebody in scoring position and like he's a different animal. And Franny, you know that's just a different mindset is how you're hitting in those situations.
2-2.
I understand the analytics on the whole thing about you have to have guys on base, the RBI and all that stuff. You got to have hunters. You got to have hunters. He's a hunter.
100%.
You love that combo of De La Cruz, get on base, maybe steal a bag, and then this guy right away. Pressure is on the opponent from the start of the game against the Reds. That one almost hit him.
I think it foul tipped him.
He's saying, yeah, the umpire's saying foul tip, caught, strike 3. Stewart can't believe it.
What was the delay on the call by the home plate umpire? Yeah.
I don't know if it hit him or if the catcher caught. I mean, there was a lot happening right there. Here, it's early, folks. It's early.
It definitely glanced off the bat and went right into the mid of Ruiz. Now that's a bad break for Sal Stewart. Tito Francona.
Tito's getting outmanaged
already. A high for ball 1 to J.J. Bleday, who's kind of come out of nowhere and had a big time year for the Reds.
And he's loved facing the Nationals in the past too. He's had 2 6-RBI games against them in his career.
Spent a good amount of time in the National League East, now in the Central.
He's enjoyed his time in Cincinnati. I'll tell you, that ballpark's built for him. The swing that he's kind of tailored down that right field line in Cincinnati, it's been a good one for him. He's walked a lot here lately. The average has been dipping, but he still hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Kind of reminds me when you watch him swing in your ballpark in Cincinnati of an old teammate of yours, Jay Bruce.
Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
Just that lift the ball in the air on the pull side.
Great comp.
It's a good way to do it at the Great American Ballpark.
Great American Airport.
This park, Franny, here at Nationals Park, probably you would say plays a little more fair on a day like today.
Oh, this year, #1 scoring runs here. Would you ever believe that?
I mean, and they do adjust for lineups. It's not like it's just because the Nationals are having a good offensive year.
Yeah, hot days of ball flies.
I always think of right center field as like the jet stream here.
And those that have been at Nats Park since 05, like, or since 08 when they opened it, I mean, all the new buildings have changed how the wind blows and ball carries.
3-2.
I mean, you've seen that more than anything in San Diego. Like a place that used to be just hit one in the air to center field, dead. And now with everything built up around there, you just see it, and it's like, man.
It's funny how the neighborhood can change the way a park plays, but it can. And this neighborhood has grown up around Nationals Park. There was nothing here 20 years ago. Bleday, another foul ball. So he's having a battle here against Lord. One time, big prospect, really talented young player who had early success. It's fun to see him kind of revive his career.
It is. You know, nobody takes the same path. So he's right in his prime. He's done a good job for the Reds. Brad Lord's done a pretty good job for the Nationals.
I would say he strikes out the side. 3 pretty good hitters to start this game in D.C. First, and our pitcher profile presented by Ford. Sam LeCure, it's Brady Singer on the mound.
Yeah, and he's done some work to get that ERA down there. Started the season, probably the first 2 months, an ERA around 6. Pitching through a blister, a couple comebackers that were well struck, got him in the foot, got him in the arm. But this guy, if you look back at his baseball card since 2021, he takes the ball every single time. He's continued to do it for the Reds. In the last couple months, he's been the Brady Singer that you'd hope to get.
Our starting lineups presented by Capital One, and just like with the Reds, Franny, right now with James Wood on the injury list, their best hitter, and he's having a great year. C.J. Abrams gets it started.
He's done so much, and it's been from the 4-hole, leading the entire big leagues in RBI, but he's almost got 300 career starts in that leadoff spot. Helps.
Strike one from Singer to Abrams. OPS over 900, 89 runs batted in, 28 home runs. What a year. That one a pop up into really shallow left, right near the foul line. It's Brian Hayes who will catch it for out number one.
Got a tester right off the bat for you, Dave.
No kidding.
On that pop up from up here in the blimp, right, Freddie?
This is the hardest place to do play-by-play in the world, Nationals Park. Reds defense, Sam.
Brian Hayes, you see the gold over there. Ellie De La Cruz much improved at shortstop. Matt McClain, the offense hasn't been there for him, but he's excellent at second base. Sal Stewart, you've seen him. Guy that I say you don't notice
his game
him.
over there at first has been awesome.
It's been really good, right?
I like it.
I like it too. Dane Myers in center. Hector Rodriguez in right. We're going to learn more about him. I'm going to learn with you guys. And the JJ Bidet in left, and then Tyler Stevenson, who's been doing his best Johnny Bench impression behind the plate for a couple months now.
Yeah, Tyler Stevenson, a long-time Red leader of this team. Abe Ortiz, one of the young players for the Nats, with James Wood hurt, with Curtis Mead traded away, with Luis Garcia traded away. Opportunity for some of these young hitters.
And he was traded for Mackenzie Gore, like over the winter, and that was a huge get, right? Like, if you're gonna get rid of, not get rid of, but if you're gonna, bring into your organization players, it has to be something pretty decent. This guy can hit.
This guy can hit.
2-2 from Singer to Ortiz. Called up from minor leagues right into the number 2 spot in the lineup. That's pretty impressive. On the ground, Stewart showing off that range, and a nice feed to Singer, 2 down.
Well, Sal's, like I said, I mean, he's been a guy he's learning first base at the major league level, right? I mean, if you hit, they'll find a place for you to play, but he has done a really nice job over there. He works a ton with Mike Napoli. If he makes a mistake one game, you see him out there the next day working on stretches, working on picks, working on backhand balls in the hole like he did there, in a nice feed to Brady Singer.
One thing I'll say is playing with Knapp and being there when Kendrys Morales went down, and I was over there at first base with the Angels. Mike Napoli did not get enough credit for how awesome he played over there at first. Because he was catching, doing the DH, and then going over to first. He was unbelievable. Knapp's one of the all-timers, though.
He's
special.
I'm finding that out as time goes on.
Jose Tena with 2 down and nobody on. Swings through that high sinker from the Reds veteran starter Brady Singer. He's just been solid. Takes the ball, doesn't miss starts. You mentioned some of the dings and injuries, pitches through that stuff.
And I think a lot of that earlier in the year, I think it was to his detriment, right? I mean, he was giving up runs. He wasn't healthy. He wasn't able to get into his mechanics. Since he's found them and been healthy, he is. I call him Boring Brady because it's 6 innings, 3 runs, a couple walks, a few strikeouts. It's a term of endearment for sure. And he's really turned into a leader for this Reds pitching staff as well.
Why does it sound like a negative when we say someone like he's solid? It's not a negative. That's what you want. More guys like that.
Yeah, that's ball 4. So he walks Tena with 2 down. First base runner for the Nats. And maybe the timing of that walk, Singer better be careful, because the guy coming up has just tortured the Reds this year. We heard from him right before first pitch. He talked with Caroline. He's got his family here. He grew up in Louisville, close to Cincinnati, and he has just torched the Reds. High, ball 1.
Yeah, everything with him. I watch his feet. He's got such great hands, but if his feet are slow, everything else is going to go fast. Like, if he's speeding up on that lower half, just doesn't seem to sync up. And against the Reds, everything's kind of slow.
Yeah, it's really slowed the game down.
Had a good swing there. It's 1-1. In this series alone, go back to Cincinnati earlier in the year. He had a big series. Launches one on Friday. Kind of get the whole thing started. Some big extra base hits with runners in scoring position last night.
That was the one right there, Franny, that I was like, okay, this guy's keyed in right now. Just to be able to go pull side deep and then shoot a guy throwing 98 miles an hour, shoot him in the hole the other way. Chase Burns, I'm speaking of. I thought was really impressive.
That guy's stuff is special.
He's
It's a great win for the Nats yesterday. Burns hadn't lost a game since April. That one hit hard to left, but Bleday is there to catch it. Out number 3. We go to the second in D.C. No score, Reds Nats. Well, play FanDuel's daily dinger for free to earn profit boosts the next day. And you see our FanDuel home run odds live for today. Anytime home runs, De La Cruz, Stewart, Blade, 3 pretty good home run hitters. These are 2 excellent home run hitting teams. The Nats have hit more than anybody, and the Reds as a team are in the top 5 in home run hitting. It's Tyler Stevenson, who's got power himself, 10 home runs. Leads off here in the second. Against Brad Lord, who struck out the side to begin the game.
Doesn't happen.
He looks strong, man.
Well, it's such like an effortless arm swing that he has, right? Like it just looks like he's playing catch.
That's 95 right there, and then he's dropping the breaking ball in, backdoor under zone.
Ahead of another Reds hitter, 0-2. Stevenson, line drive into center field, base hit. Well, that slider caught some of the strike zone, and he hit it hard.
Been seeing a lot of that, Dave, for the past couple months. You know, he went through the early portion of the season, a lot of hard contact, into outs, getting frustrated, started shaving, started wearing his pants up, started doing everything he could from the superstition side to get it going. So he hit a shot in Yankee Stadium, and since then he's been swinging a really hot bat.
That was 104 off the bat. Here's Eugenio Suarez. He's put up a lot of numbers over the years wearing that Reds uniform. He's hit 2 home runs in this series. It's been a little bit of all or nothing for Suarez.
Been a lot of all or nothing.
204 average, but 16 home runs.
And a decent bit of he missed a month with an oblique, but a fair bit of this production's come here recently. A little bit before the break, there was a stretch. After the break, he's been okay. Obviously, he's hit the couple in this series, but he has been known to get as hot as anybody in baseball.
Well, he can pick his spot here ahead 2-0, and kind of a half swing on a slider. Well, Reds as a franchise have had a ton of great home run hitters. He's now in the top 10, 205 home runs.
It's way less than 2,000. I messed it up in rehearsal, folks.
We had our open rehearsal, and Sam was pumping up Suarez. And
like really pumping up.
Yeah, really pumping it up.
2,000 career home runs. Franny and I look at it like, wow. We're counting Little League?
Hey, it's rehearsal.
341 big league home runs for this guy. That's a lot of home runs.
Just think about what he did, the resurgence last year in Arizona, and then getting traded back to the Mariners, and you're like, man, like we know how great it was for them, like in the moment, but you're going like he struggles.
He struggled.
T-Mobile Park has not been kind to him.
3-2. Suarez kind of got tied up, but fought it off foul.
No, he was the big power bat. You know, the Reds were in conversation to get Kyle Schwarber. He's kind of a Cincinnati guy, and they weren't going to be able to spend the money, you know, to swim in that pool. You get a guy hit 49 home runs with 130 some RBIs last year in Gino, and kind of the comeback story. It hadn't gone just the way that they'd wanted.
Oh my goodness. Did he swing? No, that was the question, because he got smoked. If you swing, it overrides being hit by a pitch. The first base umpire said no swing, so he's hopefully going to go to first base if he survived that. You can hear him.
That got his throwing hand, his right hand, the top hand on that.
So you can only hope that.
And that was a real yell.
That was.
That wasn't like coming inside and yelling.
Yeah.
See if we can hear it or see it at first.
Look, when you got a guy throwing a sinker, you see that ball up. That's what you're looking for, up, and you commit.
Man,
it's that hamate bone there on the pad of the right hand.
That was no sell job.
No.
That sounded like it hit a pad.
Yeah.
How hard it hit. For Brad, I mean, that's hit by pitch number 6 this year. Usually been about the righties doing that. It's been righties with the sinker, sweepers on the lefties.
He's acting like he's going to stay in the game.
If he can take off your batting glove.
Just an old school ball player right there. That's what Miles Michael has said earlier this week.
You're DH and you got 3 innings to get right.
Look how he's holding that hand right there. Oof.
And for the Reds, it is 2 on, nobody out. So a good opportunity here in the second inning with the young Hector Rodriguez coming up the opposite end of the career spectrum from Suarez. Brad Lord just a practice pitch because that took a while, understandably so. Young guy, the Reds think that this kid can hit.
They do. 27 home runs in the minor leagues this year. 22 years old. Kind of has a body type. Reminds me, Franny, of like a Jose Ramirez. Not a switch hitter, but he's got a little bit of speed. Built like a little bowling ball. But he's got some really nice hands.
2 on, nobody out against Lord. Rodriguez takes a strike right down at the knees.
Man, his first big league hit was that double into the gap the other day. It just came off his bat. You're like, whoa, okay, all right. A little different.
2 for 10, but I think everybody's been impressed by this guy's just natural ability. On the ground and ranging far to his left. Nunez, who's had a really good year defensively, gets the out at first. No chance for a double play. No chance even to go to second. 1 out, runners move up.
Well, Nasim Nunez has been one of the best defensive second basemen in the game. Infielders, you look at his stuff that he's done at shortstop this year. Ranging far to his left, and then get your hips around. He's got such a good arm, one of the best arms in the game. You don't think it when you look at him. You're like, oh man, he's tiny. He's like little Rafael Furcal, right? Like you think about the ball came out hot.
Nats will leave the infield back, including Nunez. So a good opportunity here for Dane Myers just to put the ball in play and at least get a run across. Swings through a fastball.
I was going to say, he has statued every first pitch in the series.
Baited
that one right there.
Tried to bait him.
I kind of like it. Wait for the spot where it really matters. And Myers, who's known for his defense, really good defensive center fielder. Out to right center on a line and a sliding catch, nicely done by Cruz. Tagging at third, Stevenson. He'll score. It's a sacrifice fly, but off the bat it looked like it was going to be more.
And that, I mean, that's a good piece of hitting right there, staying inside it, so you get that actual like fade on it. And Dylan Cruz making a great job of not overcommitting, seeing that it's coming back towards him. Stops, comes in, sack line.
Nicely done by everybody right there.
Good at bat, good play in right field. Stevenson tagged up and scored. So now 2 down. Matt McLean still a runner in scoring position. That's Suarez, although Gino not the fastest Reds runner. He does get the advantage of 2 outs going on contact. Matt McLean takes a ball. How would you describe the outfield arms, Franny, for the Nats?
Best arms in right with Dylan Cruz. Dalen's done a good job. It's getting better. It's still not great, but Jacob Young, average arm, charges hard. So like it really gives, I think, sometimes the third base coach a little bit of a decision to make on that one. Willie's sending though. Willie's going to send.
Willie's going to send it. I think Willie Harris' first year at third base for the Reds, I think he's done a great job. I think he's blended in well with the clubhouse. He likes to wheel him, man. He wants to make the defense make a perfect play.
Former Nat.
I have one of the all-time great third base coaches, Tim Flannery, used to tell me, if you're not getting anybody thrown out, you're not doing your job. Like, you gotta take some chances.
So many great things that Flan taught all of us, I think, throughout. Number one, the greatest coach, manager on the field is that scoreboard.
It's true. 2-2 to McLean.
You got to run the pillows. You better take a secondary at second with 2 outs that you're going to score on a one hopper out there to any guy. And always, he'd always say, Franny, you're like my dog Coop. Keep your eye always on the ball.
McLean goes down swinging. Lord gets his 4th strikeout. Does give up a run. Some good situational hitting by the Reds to take a 1-0 lead.
MLB.
Available at the low price of $34.99 through today. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Trade deadline was a different story for both these teams. Dylan Cruz leads off for the Nats here in the bottom of the 2nd. 1-0. Reds have taken the lead. The Reds were kind of quiet at the deadline. The Nats having this excellent year, and they ended up trading pieces away.
Yeah. I mean, surprising to some, but I mean, Paul Taboni came in here, president of baseball ops, and he knew that there was a lot that needed to be done, and pitching was going to be one of those things. And when you had some offensive pieces that people wanted,
base hit for Dylan Cruz. Take advantage of an abundance of offensive talent. He's still got guys like Abrams and Cruz and Wood. The Nationals, I mean, they were active, and it started early for them. The Curtis Mead trade happened well before the deadline, and Connolly early, they think, from the Red Sox is going to be a really big part of this franchise. Luis Garcia goes to the Yankees. Perfect ballpark for him. Foster Griffin having a great year as a starter. On to the Cleveland Guardians. Up the middle, base hit for Vivas. Vivas, and good base running. Cruz never hesitating all the way around to 3rd.
That guy's a really good ball player, man. Dylan Cruz taking off, always giving everything right there. Jorby, aggressive first pitch in the zone. Got to take advantage of these situations. But going back to the whole thing, Curtis Mead, you know, having just an incredible year this year. Him and James Wood were combining close to like 40 pitches a game seen. Right, so you're losing not only the power, but the patience, the ability to extend a guy, a starter, you know, between those two guys. But Luis Garcia Jr., longest tenured Nat. It sucks to trade him away, having a career year, but you got some pretty good pieces for it. Yovani Cruz, we've seen the last 2 nights.
Yeah. Wow. Big arm.
Might be a future closer here. Nunez swings and misses, and he's behind in the count 0-2, so this becomes a big spot here for Nasim Nunez. Singer is not a huge strikeout pitcher. He'd love to get the strikeout now.
He would, because Nunez is going to be pretty tough to double up. You'd trade 2 outs for 1 run, but that's no guarantee with this guy running.
0-1. Well, we saw the Reds have a good situational at bat in the top of this 2nd inning. Back-to-back hits, 1st and 3rd, nobody out for the Nats. Good take. 2-2.
If Brady can fringe one here, Tyler Stevenson has been the best in baseball with the old ABS challenge. So if he can get one close, Tyler taps that helmet, you can pretty well bet it's a strike.
A little poke shot to left, not deep at all. That'll be caught and not deep enough for Cruz to really even think about it. That's a big first out here. The Nats offense, it's amazing to me. You know, it's not the Dodgers, it's not the Yankees, it's the Nationals top in MLB runs per game, home runs, extra base hits, slugging average, steals. Last time a team led all of baseball in home runs and steals in a season, the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. That's 5 Hall of Famers right there. That's Duke Snider, Jackie Robinson, Roy Campanella, Pee Wee Reese, and Gil Hodges. That's good company.
It's fascinating because, I mean, you think power, you think, okay, that's the only way they're doing it. But when you have 5 guys that are like 29 plus feet per second, I mean, they could just scoot.
That's a liner into center field, base hit for the catcher Ruiz. That'll score the first run of the game for the Nats. And Vivas goes around to 3rd. It's 1-1. 1st and 3rd, still only 1 out.
Keibert Ruiz aggressive in the zone early. Gets that foot down. You know how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him.
I feel like the Nats offense, you know, since we're on the subject, they've done a good job of kind of taking the fight to Reds pitching. Last night with Chase Burns, who's got electric stuff. Today with Brady Singer, they're being aggressive early in counts on pitches that they like to hit, right? I mean, some elevation on the fastball or slider. They've done a good job of finding the green grass.
Ooh, that one was close, and Stevenson did not challenge. If he had, I think he would have gotten a strike. Instead, it's ball one.
72 for 101 that he is on the ABS challenges this year.
One and one to count to Jacob Young. The 9 home runs have kind of come out of nowhere. He's up the power game. Not a big guy. He's swinging harder this year.
Well, swinging harder and getting more on playing with that ball. It used to be get on top of the ball. Everyone was talking about it. Like, to me, that's the part where I look at it going, why are you trying to beat it in the ground?
Yeah.
You're a right-handed hitter. It's an out in the big leagues on the ground.
Good slider there. Sweeper from Singer.
But this has been something. Look, it's not even about the power or anything in the OPS. He's got, what, 11, 12 walks in the second half. Being patient. 7 times the bottom 3 were on base last night, and a huge part was him.
The depth of this team. I mean, they have stars. Wood and Abrams certainly are big stars. That one out towards left center field. Bleday will make a running catch, tagging at third. That's Bebas, and he'll score. 2-1 Nationals.
I feel like that pitch that he kind of checked on up and in, he was thinking, I got to get on top of this thing more than anything. He meets it. Great pace.
Yeah, some good situational hitting by both teams here the last inning or two, and I don't think that's something that's been consistent. Certainly not for the Reds side of it over the course of the 2026 season, but they're not first in MLB in runs.
Sweeper to C.J. Abrams, and I do think the base running is a reason why the Nationals are as good as they are. The power gets a lot of the attention.
Right.
But the steals, and we've seen a couple different times in this inning already. First to third, extra pressure, set up for your teammate.
By Fangraphs, they're the best base running team in the game as far as like taking extra bases. Yeah, they've ran in the most outs, but guess what? You're on base a lot. You're taking chances. Put the pressure on the defense to make a play too. Not blind sense too often. Last night, Victor Estevez and I, I was joking with him. I was like, don't run on Ellie. Don't run on him.
And that was our fastest guy. That was Nunez. Got thrown out by about 30 feet.
That guy's arm is special, man.
1-2. Abrams stays alive. So a longer inning here for Singer. I think on a day like today where it's hot, it's humid, it's not as much always the pure pitch count or whatever. The long innings can get you.
Absolutely. Yeah, Brady, he's a Florida boy. He should be used to this.
That is a fact. And if you pitch in the summertime in Cincinnati.
Yeah, similar.
Get acclimated.
Yeah. We had the rain delay possibility for Brady. I said, what are you talking about, Brady? You grew up in Florida. You went to Florida. You asked for this. Hopefully we're not going to have to deal with that.
On the ground, backhanded by Hayes, and an awkward play. De La Cruz gets to the bag, leaps over Ruiz. Wow, what a play that was.
The old 5'6" fielders. What was that?
That was some pure athleticism from Ellie De La Cruz to get there and avoid a collision.
A connection between these two managers today. When Blake Butera was interviewing for the Nats job last year, he reached out to his longtime mentor Kevin Cash for some advice, and Cash said, well, you know who else you should talk to is Tito Francona. 10 minutes later, Blake's phone rang. Blake told us Tito's main advice was just be yourself. He said that call probably was a bigger deal to me than it was to him, and sure enough, when we went to talk to Tito, he said, I don't know if I really gave him that much advice, but clearly, guys, it meant a lot to Butera.
It was, thank you, Caroline. It was the perfect thing to bring up with both these guys today when we had our chats with each of the two managers, because their personalities came through on both sides. First pitch swing by Ke'Bryan Hayes. Skies one to center field. Jacob Young, one pitch, one out. If you go back to 1997, now that's a long time ago when Tito Francona first got a big league managerial job. That's what Terry looked like, and that's what Blake looked like.
Oh, that's so good. Even better was Blake went to Boston College, ended up, being a huge Boston Red Sox fan. His dad Barry, part of the organization for a long time. So the call from Francona meant a little bit more when you think about it. Like
Correct.
just the whole
Dustin
the baseball
Pedroia was Blake's favorite player as a kid. Ellie De La Cruz takes a strike. Now, Tito's done that for a lot of people around the game, not just managers, but a lot of people around the game over the years.
Yeah, he walks in a room or he says something or goes out of his way to include somebody like a Blake Buter. I mean, it goes a long way, right? It's instant respect for a guy that's got a couple thousand wins in the big leagues.
He takes his role as a mentor very seriously. De La Cruz, long foul ball.
Oh my! Right?
That would carry pretty good.
Right?
And this is his bad side.
Well, that's the part the other day when he hit his homer. It looked like a pop-up. Like it looked like he missed it.
I thought he missed it.
And then you're like, well, it's Ellie.
Yeah. He really has grown a lot as a complete. No, he's still just 6'6", I think.
Well, I mean, Sam, you've watched him since he was a kid in the big leagues, and he's now sort of right in his prime. And for you to say it's his best year, I mean, he's had some spectacular stuff over the first several years of his career, but this is the best he's ever been.
He's had stretches of that, electric Ellie De La Cruz, but this has been more of a consistent brand of, fine-tuning some of the things that he needed to, right? I mean, he identified the fact that he needed to be better from the right side. Against left-handed pitching, he's one of the best in baseball, if not the best in baseball this year. The defense has cleaned up. He's taking more walks, using the opposite side of the field. The steals have started. I mean, I could really go on and on. I mean, it's been across the board that he's gotten better, and everybody on this team benefits from it.
Oh, yeah. He used to be the guy who would, he would hit a ball in the gap and he'd fly around the bases and go headfirst into third with a triple. He'd make a cannon throw from the hole, and then he'd just boot a routine ground ball.
Yep. And there's still been some of that, but he's cleaned it up for sure. There's been more maturity in the throws across the diamond, not trying to throw 100 across and hit him in the chest and end up throwing it in the stands. It's using that long hop, Franny. Just kind of see him in those moments. Learning from Key Brian Hayes.
I think of him like I think of Mason Wynn, having Brandon Crawford, one of the best shortstops to play.
Tough play, Brad Lord, and got him. Wow. De La Cruz, that was a heck of a play.
Pitchers are athletes.
You sure about that?
No.
Well, great play right here. Bounce off the mound. He's falling that side, which helps. And then barehanded.
Nice bag work.
So this is what's different. They haven't had a left-handed first baseman in a while. Everybody's been right-handed over the last few years, and I feel like when you see a guy work around the bases that's left-handed, you can go foul territory. We saw it first play last night.
Yeah.
Right, where took him into the foul territory from C.J. Abrams. Great play all around.
That was a really good play. Here's Sal Stewart. The other thing, when you make a play like that, I mean, De La Cruz it's go time when he gets to first.
Yeah.
So just not having him over there, he puts so much pressure on you. Well done by Brad Lord.
Well, to finish off that thing with Mason Wynn had Brandon Crawford come in as a backup for him.
Yeah.
And Brandon talked like, why are you showing it off? Like, just make the play.
Yeah.
Show it when you have to. Like there's no reason for it.
Yeah, we saw it last night on the throw home, right?
So Stewart down the left field line, hooking, and that ball is going to hook foul.
Yeah, that's over the foul pole.
He's sort of staring like, we sure? Reds wanted a minute just to check, but they're not going to challenge. That's the one ball where we sit here at Nationals Park, we got the advantage.
Yeah.
Can't hit one above us.
No, you cannot.
We're on top of the Washington Monument up here.
What'd you say, fly unders from the birds?
Fly unders from here.
The birds fly under us.
When the jets fly over, we wave at the pilots.
Yeah, that's cool. Just a little salute. There we are. Stewart stays alive.
CJ hit one last night, foul back this way that came up eye level, and it doesn't spook you, but you're like, dang, that's a high fly ball.
Some broadcast booths, you got to be ready for a foul ball. Here, I don't think we need to bring our gloves to the park. Stewart, a little poke into right field, base hit. That's a thing.
That is a thing. And Franny, I mean, that's
special.
like where you're talking about, like the hit tool. He kind of gave this analogy. We used it, I think, on the broadcast the other night. He thinks of his hitting ability as a bag of golf clubs. Like there's a different club for every situation. You know, I think that was like the little punch 7-iron out of the trees that he gets over. Sometimes he's going to hit the 2-iron stinger into the gap, but he does. He's got a different tool for every situation, and he's been outstanding.
He's 22.
He's ish,
and he has that mentality.
That's how
awesome.
he hits, man.
That is awesome.
Very impressive young hitter Sal Stewart, and that's the last pitch that Brad Lord will throw. Nats going to the bullpen. Back to DC after this. T-Mobile, America's best network, connects you to America's pastime. Good job by Brad Lord today. It's a bullpen day for the Nats. 2 outs in the third, and the first pitcher out of the pen is Will Dion, a left-hander. Not big in stature.
Oh, no.
This is high for ball one.
26-year-old lefty out of Louisiana came over in the Foster Griffin deal with the Guardians. Major League debut this year was against the Nats.
Now he's wearing that Nationals uniform. So it goes in pro ball.
And it is straight over the top.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's a different look. I mean, you got Tom Cosgrove because they made a move today. Carson Palmquist down or low, low arm slots. And you got this guy from there.
I think a lot of teams like their bullpen to have as many different looks as possible. J.J. Bleday against Dion.
I think of looking at a clock. You want to get somewhere from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock and arm angles all in between. So you got a different look, or different, kind of like Sal, different golf club for every shot.
Somebody called Tyler Rogers. You go down.
Him and Savage.
Yeah.
Him and Savage is like the craziest thing. We had it just a couple weeks ago here, where they're coming out of the pen for one another. He's coming out of the pen for him, and you're going,
oh wow,
how is that? Like, you're looking up here, at the very top of the zone, for your Savage. Then you got to look down at the ground. You're going, that's not fun.
Sunday at the ballpark.
Fun giving away lunch boxes.
Yeah.
Today.
Maybe a lunchbox.
Maybe it's a
giveaway.
lunchbox giveaway.
Yesterday was a big giveaway day, wasn't it? Bleday goes down swinging.
Yes, it was.
Kevin Francis sporting the Hawaiian shirt, looking good. Covered all season long. Get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. It is a warm day here in D.C. and getting hotter. So it looks like kind of a small crowd. I think.
Oh, they're in the shade.
Yeah. Everybody is looking for shade today. So the bright sunshine seats are less populated. Shade packed. Bring your fan.
Fans with fans.
Or find something to improvise.
Ooh, that foam finger?
Yeah.
Foam finger fan. I like that.
1-1 to Ortiz.
Caroline's got one of those neck things that I think are pretty in vogue right now with the fans on it.
Does she?
Yeah, she mentioned it.
Yeah, it's like a built-in, it almost looks
like
like
the
a
necklace.
Neck
Yeah,
bracelet, but it's a fan. Probably better than that.
It probably works a little better than that.
Okay.
There
It's great.
it is.
I can bring it up to you if you guys want to use it, but I'm
those aren't
guessing the
headphones?
boost was probably a little better. I know, it's great.
You're not using it?
No, I am.
Okay,
I'm holding
good.
it.
Yeah, we're not taking that away from you.
Shout out to Amazon on that one, right? I mean, come our way with that. There we go.
Yeah, they don't have to land the drone. Just bring it right up into here.
No drones allowed here in D.C. unless you're FAA approved.
Yeah, it's a little different here.
A
A lot of things are a little different
bit.
here. Off the outside, well, Ortiz, who just keeps on having good at bats for this Nationals team, has worked the count full to start the bottom of the third. Nats have a 2-1 lead. That one hit hard to left field. Bleday all the way back and gone. Opposite field power. 3-1.
Keep that belt buckle on that ball right there, trying to go backdoor sweeper on him. You spin off, your lower half goes. You're not driving that ball that way.
This kid's impressive.
Look at him stay behind this. Just perfect. Foot down. Just beautiful. Like he was just trying to play
Pepper
with the left side.
I don't know if people know what that is now. I do.
I mean, it is not known so much that they've taken it off the backstops everywhere.
Yeah.
No one, because no one does it. So why would you have it on there?
Don't have to tell anybody. No Pepper. Swing and a miss by Tenna.
That looked like a hit behind a runner to move him up a base swing at 102 miles an hour. I was impressed with the single off Chase Burns. That was really nice.
You think about like Luis Garcia Jr., Andres Chaparro, and the way that Curtis Meade, they're really rotating them through as far as, matchups, platooning them. I think Curtis went over to third. I mean, kind of like 30-plus homers on that when it was the first base.
Perfect pitch from Singer for strike 3, and that's his first strikeout.
Let's look at the Capital One Bank guy who suits up every day. And that's key, because Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week. What's in your wallet?
Lyle with 1 out and nobody on. Takes a high strike. Good framing by Tyler Stevenson behind home plate. And stolen one for his pitcher there. 3-1 Nats. Lyle lined out his first time up. Well, Nats fans, look, the trade deadline came, and I'm sure some Nationals fans were a little disappointed. You have this great year going, and you trade away some of your best hitters, but might have to start practicing Abimelec Ortiz. It's an unusual first name. Got to get to know this guy. He's got a chance.
Over 900 OPS against righties in the minor leagues. Like he can hammer the ball. But again, like, first year wasn't supposed to be this.
Right.
And so the way I like to say it is, it's a rookie pitcher, a guy coming off the IL, has a pitch count, and he has a no-hitter going in the 6th, 7th inning. It's like, kind of as a group of coaching staff, you're going, man, this is awesome, but can you give up a hit?
Yeah.
So it's not that decision. Well, kind of like the season, right? First 3 months, 4 months, you didn't expect it. But at the same time, you're like, we still need to build this. It's not a finished product already in year 1.
Lyle goes down swinging. So 2 down, back-to-back strikeouts for Brady Singer, and a first pitch swing and ground ball to short. De La Cruz, just threw the changeup to first.
Yeah. He doesn't need much.
It was still probably 90-mile-an-hour throw.
My best fastball.
Ortiz, opposite field power from the young dude. His second home run. It's 3-1 Nationals. Like the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, scan the QR code. Go to playball.org. Follow Playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. From Washington, D.C., it is inning number 4. Nats have a 3-1 lead. Trying to sweep the Reds in this weekend series. Nats finally get an off day tomorrow. It's been a stretch, huh?
It's been crazy. I think 3 different 17 games in a row, stretches this year.
And right at the end of one, Will Dion spins a curveball in for strike 1.
It might have been nice to have one with a Atlanta 4-game series, Philly 4-game series, both on the road connected. You're like, the interdivision 8 games, not ideal.
Yeah, that's tough. And that's kind of the part of the schedule where the season took a turn.
Right. But I mean, like, it's when you catch a team, right? Yeah. Like, it's always about that in Major League Baseball. Early in the year, maybe it would have been fine. We had it against the Braves. I saw it a few times when they were struggling. But you got to get them when they're hot. See what they do.
Stevenson. It's a foul. The Reds are about to run the gauntlet.
Yeah. This has been a pocket where, and again, they've lost 2 of 3 to the Nationals. It's when do you get them? But coming into this series, you felt like the Reds had been playing some of their best baseball. The Nationals on the opposite end of the spectrum. But yeah, there's going to be some Brewers, some Dodgers, some Braves, some Brewers, some Dodgers, some Braves, back to back to back. So you'd like to stack up some wins while you can, and it'd be nice for them if they were to start that today.
Top of the National League right now is
it's
really
top.
Powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those three teams, and the way the Cubs are playing, you almost lump them into
you forgot about them a little bit.
Yeah.
Over 100 run differential for them too, to go along with what the Brewers have done. Over what, 140, close to that.
I mean, the Brewers and the Braves have played so well that as of right now, I mean, the Dodgers last night, by coming back or by staving off the Diamondbacks and winning that game, they are tied with Atlanta. You see the central standings there, but before yesterday, if the season had ended, the Dodgers would have to play in that wild card round, which is kind of shocking.
That's kind of shocking.
Just how good they've been for most of this year, but the top of the National League has kept pace with them. And that's a big carrot for those teams in the last 6-7 weeks of the year to avoid that wild card round.
Because it could be against the Dodgers, or
exactly.
I mean any of those top
the
top
Phillies
teams.
are the one that like you look at because of you got Wheeler and Sanchez and Luzardo going in those three. You're going, my goodness.
I mean, look at that. That's if the playoffs started today, you'd get a rivalry in the American League, two of them with the Yankees and the Red Sox. You get the Dodgers and the Phillies in the wild card round. Stevenson to deep center field. Young right in front of the wall will make the catch with a little flair.
A little bit. I was going to say I like that. You were talking about him a little bit last inning, Franny, and what he's done offensively is kind of a cherry on top of. I really enjoy watching a guy play a good center field, and he's done that.
Well, he plays a great center because he's always on time, right? He's moving. You see it. He's always ahead of things. He's willing to put his body on the line right there, in general. Now, came up a little short,
but because he was there early, right? He was there on time.
Suarez, who stayed in the game despite just getting smoked by a pitch his first time up, right in the hand.
I mean, your brother sees one of the best in center fielders, Don Rafael, right? Like he was talking about it yesterday with us on our XM show. There's so many plays in right center field that he will make that you're going, oh, it's gonna be a diving play, and he's just standing there like Hampton's, because he's so fast but takes these efficient routes. It's the same thing as Jacob Young. Jacob takes great routes with great jumps, and so you don't always get the spectacular play because the play's already been made.
Be good up the middle. It's just such a bedrock for so many good teams.
And I've been surprised a little bit that Abrams at short has kind of fallen off from the defensive standpoint. Now I would say if you drive in more than you let in, that's a good recipe.
Right.
And he's driven in a lot, but from the defensive side of it, he has not been as strong as I feel like I remember him being.
Last year was about, 21 errors, 17 of them were throws, and it's 19-8 this year. It's a better routine that he has. He's been a little bit better. It just, look, you get exposed to times out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's been consistent every day.
I'm gonna hop to third. Suarez out number 2. Now the World's Game returns. New rivalries, new storylines, one chase for Premier League glory. Football's biggest stars will take center stage when a new season begins August 22nd on NBC and Peacock. Notice I use football there.
So disappointed in you.
The World Cup has taught me. I got all the lingo now. Here's Rodriguez.
They delayed the start, right, because of the World Cup?
Yeah. Clear the deck. Here's ball 1 to Rodriguez. There were no World Cup games in Washington, D.C., which was so weird. The nation's capital, America, was a great host to the World Cup, but no games here. Not that I'm rubbing it in. It's 1-1.
Did you go to them?
I did not go to any.
I wanted to so bad.
Yeah. What a summer.
How about a summer for Philadelphia? You had the PGA Championship over there, and then you had
All-Star game.
You had the World Cup games. of going like, dang, that's a lot there.
The 250th anniversary.
Oh, that too. Yeah. That's big.
I think maybe that's part of it.
Let's not leave that one out. 3-1 to Rodriguez. Left on left here. Kid getting his first taste of the big leagues against a funky left-hander on the mound. That one did not square it up. Out to left field. Lyle will make the catch on the move. So Dion retires the Reds in order midway through 4. 3-1 Nats. Peacock is brought to you by Ford. Ready, set, Ford. The famous president's race here in D.C. Franny, rattle off the 4 presidents who participate every day.
Tom, Teddy, Abe, and George.
Got it. Wow. I mean, I wasn't trying to stump you. It's just your team, your race. So, I thought I'd let you.
I usually don't watch it at that time.
Didn't they go for years and they wouldn't let Teddy win?
No, and then so I was playing with the Phillies at the time, and it was the last weekend they had clinched the NL East against the Phillies that weekend, and they had this whole production set up, and Teddy won the race. It was 2012, so whatever it was, 4 years.
De La
4?
Cruz.
It'd be like 14.
No. Like as far as like when they started the races.
Oh.
He went 4 years before he finally won.
4 years before he would win.
First one, and it was like a whole ordeal. Under Armour got involved. It was great.
And thus ends our segment on the president's race here in D.C. It's a cool little tradition they have. It is. It's a perfect way. It's not quite maybe the sausage race.
No, because they actually race.
They do race. I wish they did that here.
Yes.
Let the guys race.
Let them race. The best is like there you got to just check out. Okay, whoever has the strongest legs, that's Chorizo. If Chorizo has the strongest leg, because it is the heaviest of all the suits.
Okay.
If you
probably Abe Lincoln here is probably the heaviest. Then you go out to Arizona where they do the Legends race, and Randy Johnson's probably the heaviest because it's the tallest.
It's a disadvantage.
Matty definitely not the
bad odds.
Heaviest because bald, so not carrying as much hair.
No. Nunez ahead of the count, 2-1. Reds jumped ahead 1-0 here today, but the Nationals with 2 in the second, 1 in the third. The outside corner, 2-2. Nunez wasn't quite so sure, but that was a good call.
And a good call to challenge 3 for 11 on his ABS challenges this year.
Pulled, just foul. Sam, you were making the point earlier in the telecast. I mean, here we are, bottom 4, 1 out, 57 pitches for Singer. Partially that's him. He's usually on the attack, but partially the approach of the Nationals has been really aggressive today.
Yeah, and I feel like they've done a good job, even with chases, just being picky about pitches in zone, right? I mean, I know that's a called third strike, but they're taking around the fringes. They've taken a lot of close pitches to get, to kind of buy yourself that one that's over the plate. You're only going to get a pitch or two, not even per at bat, per day, to be able to handle, and I feel like they've been aggressive to those pitches, and those have created their innings.
Their league average chase rate, right? So like they're around 31% when you think about it, and so you're going, but chase, if you're going to chase more spots you can handle.
Yeah.
Right? There's certain spots. I think about Luis Garcia, I know he's gone, but if he chased up, you're like, do it all day.
All day long.
Because he can hammer a ball, but down, no. Know your spots.
2 down for Ruiz. And now a challenge coming from the challenge guru, Tyler Stevenson.
You can just mark that one down.
Yeah. 73.
The Reds as a team have been the best in baseball at this, and the main reason why is the guy behind the plate. He gets another one right.
And I'll tell you, his numbers would probably be better. He'll a lot of situations, whether it be the 9th inning of a game that's pretty well in hand, he'll do it just because he has some available to him, or to try to get his pitcher out of a situation. He'll be a little bit more aggressive in those spots. But the numbers of when you think he's really convicted in it, they're even better percentage-wise than that, but he's been outstanding.
So like a spot like that, he's almost never going to be wrong if he's challenging in that spot.
Right.
Well, like JT Realmuto's 80+%. They want him to challenge more.
Right center field, Ruiz gets his second hit. He's 2 for 2. 2-out single here in the 4th.
But it's been interesting to see the ABS kind of evolve as far as how teams are using it when. The other night, I think it was Bebas who Did two. I wish you guys could see the look from Fransden. He used 2 and 1 at bat. I mean, you let the emotions get the better of you, but just to watch how teams use it is funny. But Tyler's been really good at when and how he's used the ABS.
I just don't understand the first pitch one.
The look.
The first pitch one is always the one that I'm like, unless it's egregious, right? Like, you got to know 100%.
Yeah.
Some teams have done more with putting some guardrails and some rules in place, and some teams still are like, you know what? We let the players pick their spots. That's strike 2. Nice pitch from Singer. It's 0-2.
Well, you got the Tyler Stevenson of first baseman, Sal Stewart.
Oh yeah.
One of those things this year. He's challenged. I love that. That just says confidence, right? Like, about your hitter, you feel like you know the strike zone.
And he does.
Yeah.
He's used it well, and he has a lot of confidence.
0-2. I find a lot of the hitters who are good at it are young hitters.
Yep.
I think a lot of the best hitters using ABS are the young guys who had some experience in the minor leagues where the ABS system was tested for a few years. Now one out to right field. Off the bat of Young, and Rodriguez puts it away. 1 hit, no runs. We are through 4 in DC. 3-1 Nationals. Duel, and Matt McLean, who's coming up second here in the top of the 5th inning. Our same game parlay. Number of pitches you'll see. Will he get a hit? Will he strike out? Do something else? He's in the on-deck circle with Dane Myers leading off. Reds got to get the offense revved up. Well, Dion is still out there for the Nats. So Brad Lord went 2 2/3. Dion's gotten 4 outs. And they're leaving him in against the bottom part of the order.
Be interesting to see if they have anybody up at all during the pen. It looks like Miles Michaelis is in the pen today. See those eyes? My bad.
He's doing it all this week for the Nationals. Dane Myers, we didn't give you a lot of time to think about what you're going to do with Matt McLean, because on the very first pitch he's retired.
Want to stay up to date? Just tell Siri, show me today's MLB scores.
The other wave of MLB games just getting started now. We're here Sunday leadoff in DC. Top of the 5th. 3-1 Nats over the Reds. Here is McLean.
Good luck to those guys. The Emmy's already been handed out for the day, fellas. Playing for second place.
Mets, sorry. Pirates, sorry.
Yeah.
Blue Jays, Phillies, no.
Take a day.
A bunt from McLean. Dion off the mound, and he got him.
A lot of PFP going on in Washington these days, man.
They must be working on it. Brad Lord made a great play.
One thing I've been impressed about, and again, Will Dion coming over from the Guardians, I figure, like, yeah, he's a Guardians pitcher. He knows they work on those things.
Yeah.
But they're out working once a series, twice a series, sometimes, depending on how it is, but consistently working. You guys continue to develop here. Good play.
2 down. And Key Brian Hayes, the ninth place hitter, takes a strike.
What's the hardest part about those plays? Because I'm used to coming in. You're going to the side. What's the hardest part?
I feel like just kind of making the spin and picking up the base. You know, and you're probably going to be throwing from a lower arm angle, right? I mean, you're on the mound and you've got your arm slot. So you got to have one throw that is out of your arm slot that you've been throwing for the last, 20 pitches or 20 years. And then maybe get away from you a little bit.
Right off the end of the bat, Nunez scoops and throws out Hayes. That's a quick inning for Dion and the Nationals with some help from his own defense. Peacock is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Now that's how you use a slow-mo camera right there on a hot summer day. How about that? Now this is cool history. Griffith Stadium, if you know where Howard University is in DC, right there by the campus of Howard, longtime home of the old Washington Senators. Griffith Stadium finally 70 years ago today got a license to sell beer. 55 years of big league baseball in DC without a cold one at the ballpark. The longtime owner.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I mean, talk about the greatest day in franchise history.
It was the greatest signing in the history of the franchise, Budweiser.
Well, Clark Griffith, he was a famous teetotaler. He did not like, he was a prohibitionist all the way through, way after prohibition was over. And he passed away. And not that anybody was celebrating that. I'm not suggesting that. But the very next year, the lid was lifted, so to speak.
Well, thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
The people of Washington, thank you. And you guys take it easy the rest of the day. I'll be right out here.
Sam got excited by that billboard footage.
I like the old-timey music. I look like I'd fit right in.
I love this. You got your suspenders on. You do. You just put a little top hat on.
Give me a little Peaky Blinders.
He's sitting over at Griffith Stadium. I like that's a good look on you.
You should do that, flair, Dave. I think you'd look good with
suspenders.
Yeah. Come on now.
It's not for everybody. It's not Hawaiian. It's not Hawaiian shorts and shirt.
I've been having to wait for that one.
Yeah.
Can we pull that picture up? Yeah, there's Fransden yesterday.
No. That was a couple of years down the road.
Okay, so yesterday was a new one.
Way better. Way better.
Okay. 3-2 here to C.J. Abrams.
That one. There it is.
Okay, that's the one from yesterday.
Yeah. Put that in my swag bag.
Matching shorts to go with it.
Abrams down the left field line toward the corner with a lot of carry and a foul.
Yeah, that's a nice piece too.
And the rarity for him to even go that way.
I was going to say.
Left center is usually his left field foul pole.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that much. I mean, he just kind of like felt for that a little bit, kind of like Abimelech.
That's a strong top hand right there, staying on it. Look at the belt buckle, pointing that way, not spinning off, staying on it.
Okay.
Foul by much and close to home run distance. For guys hit a bunch of them this year. 3-2. Tried to turn on that one.
What a year he's had. Man, I mean, just looking at everything, the 8th in home runs in the big leagues, 5th in extra base hits with 54, 10th in runs scored. Now he's 27 behind James Wood.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about.
That's pretty wild.
James Wood is far and away the most runs scored by any player in baseball. Now he's on the injured list with an oblique issue. We were down at the clubhouse today. Paul Taboni, the president of baseball operations. I was talking to Paul, and he said he thinks only a couple weeks for James Wood. He's pretty optimistic. Hard hit, and Hayes spears another one. Man, whether he's playing third or on the shift playing shortstop, he can pick it.
Yeah, if he can get a glove to it, he's about as smooth as they come.
One out, and Ortiz coming up. This is the swing you guys were talking about from him last time up.
Well, just a backdoor sweeper. Brady knew it.
Yeah.
But it's not like that pitch is.
It wasn't a bad pitch.
No, it's off the plate. It's elevated just enough. But a great swing by Abby Ortiz.
Well, that was about to be a carbon copy.
Was he like he was trying to do the same thing on a fastball up and away. Stepped right in. He's putting up Luis Garcia kind of numbers with the power swing so far.
And I do believe from the top to bottom, Paul Taboni coming in and making everything and being in the line, right? So everything from the major league level all the way through the minor leagues, preaching the same thing. And then when you're having success at the big league level, I do think it permeates through the minor leagues, right? They see what you're doing the same things. It could be done there. And you're seeing, better play down all the way through the minor leagues. Guys having career years down there.
Blake Butero was talking to us about that very thing before the game today, about how so many players in the starting lineup on that bench began the year together in AAA. And here they are figuring out they can help this team win games. Now Ortiz pulls one into right field. That's another hit for him. Kid can hit.
Yes, he can. But a good decision, too. Don't run on Hector Rodriguez on that one.
I think it's impressive when guys come up to the big leagues, and Franny, you can echo in on this, is the first thing you got to do is trust that who you are works at this level. You got to be comfortable in your own skin. Then the sooner you can get a little bit of success, then you can really kind of opens up the door for you to go out there and be the player that you're capable of.
I also think the style, the coaching, all that stuff is so different now where They make you try, believe that you can do this.
Yeah.
Before it was, nah, it doesn't work. You can't do that here. And you're trying to figure out the confidence of wait, it's worked for a couple of years in the minors to get here.
Stevenson's going to challenge. He knew.
Catcher's challenge a call of a ball.
You know, we might get to the point where we just let him call. We're wasting time.
Call on the field is overturned. Cincinnati is 2-turn remaining.
If he does it, it's in this kind of spot, it's almost 100%.
I pretty much write it down. I mean, he has very rarely been wrong in a situation where it was needed.
What a weapon. Swing and a miss, 1-2. You know, I know catchers are not often traded midseason, and part of that is teams are reluctant. You know, you got to learn a whole new pitching staff, and it's a hard thing to do in the midst of a season. That one popped up. Hayes drifting right back across the foul line in fair territory for out number 2. I just find it hard to believe, just to finish the point, that Tyler Stevenson, maybe he just wasn't available. Maybe the Reds weren't going to trade him, but there were rumors about teams asking about him.
Quite a few.
Couldn't help one of these teams that's churning towards the playoffs.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you like to have that framing and leadership and ABS understanding in a big game in the playoffs?
And a guy who over the past 2 months has been about as valuable as anybody at the plate as well as behind it. So, yeah, I was surprised. I was happy that Tyler stayed in Cincinnati. There was a lot of teams that could use a guy like Tyler, but so could the Cincinnati Reds, right? And he's been their longest tenured guy. For me, he's always been the guy that I look to in the clubhouse because he's on both sides of the ball.
That one pulled into right field by Dalen Lyle. Around to third goes Ortiz. The throw comes back into second. Dalen Lyle 0 for 2. That was a slump against his hometown team.
I was going to say, the fact they kept it in the ballpark, I think you consider that one a win based on what he's done this season.
Well, how about the rare cutter? And especially to Dalen, he hasn't thrown it at all. And so, yeah, you've gotten him out. Why not keep going with it? Keep going with the sweeper. Keep going with the sinker that he had done. Pitchers. That's what we always say. Pitchers.
Now Cruz, chance for the Nats to add to their lead. He goes after the first pitch out to right field. Rodriguez there, out number 3. 2 hits, but no runs. When we go to the 6th, Elly De La Cruz coming up for the Reds, who need to get the offense going. Elly De La Cruz and the Reds here in the 6th inning, down 3-1, and hitting now from his stronger side. I mean, it's definitely been true over his career. He's hit for a lot of power against lefties this year, just monster numbers against left-handed pitching. So interesting that Will Dion stays in. Curveball for strike 1.
I thought the same thing, because Elly, certainly the left-hand side had been the stronger side for him. When I talk about him identifying things to get better at, I didn't think he'd do this. I mean, he's
one-run game, I think, is different.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it just seems so weird to think about. But you're going, it's only 3-1. Yeah, but the next 2 guys mash lefties, or this guy in South Stewart.
It's a real challenge here for Will Dion.
Most days he's thrown in a big league game is the 3 in his debut against the Nats. So this second most, tie for the second most that he's thrown.
Trevor Williams warming up in the Nationals bullpen. 1-2 pitch. De La Cruz out to center field. Young will line it up and catch it.
Man, he hit that a little harder than I thought.
That's the stuff that James Wood, think about all the tall hitters. I mean, Dave, you get to see with Bryce Eldridge. They hit balls hard, and it's like stuff that you're going, oh, it should just die in the grass right there. And next thing you know, it's in the glove. You're going to get that extra little carry with the leverage they create.
Sal Stewart.
Oh, he didn't challenge?
I can't believe
Come on.
Sally.
One of them.
And he might be thinking, well, it's first pitch of the at-bat.
Yep. Down 2.
Change up. 1-1. But he's been a confident challenger as a hitter. He's had more successful ABS overturns than any hitter in the game. Number one. Could have had one again. Cues that one foul. Well, whatever Will Dion is doing, it's working.
Yeah. Couple of nice mix. I mean, the fastball's kind of sneaky. At the beginning of the delivery, kind of hunched over and then straightens up and comes real Iron Mikey, which is that over the top arm slot, fastball at the top, good little breaking ball, and the changeup he's shown to the righties here is kind of nasty.
I think from the right side, Tyler Clippard with his changeup, right, like that very high.
Baby giraffe.
Yeah, walk on your toes. The clip show.
Yeah, man.
Big week for him and Drew Storr in his Field of Dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Field of Dreams whiskey. Shout out to them. Big game this week.
Where's that game at?
Dyersville.
At the Field of Dreams.
Oh, at the Field of Dreams.
In the cornfield. Out to right, Stewart in the ballpark. That's Cruz. Squares up. 2 down. Well, how about this? Picks of the week on Peacock. Okay, it's not the game, but between Yubi and Tuscany or Super Mario Galaxy movie, but my eyes just go to the right side there.
Yeah.
Watch the movie before the game. You got to watch the movie if you're going to watch the game, don't you? It's available on Peacock.
I got to go to the first iteration of it.
Did you?
It's pretty cool, huh?
Until last year's Game 7 of the World Series, it was the greatest game I've ever been to. The coolest scene, everything that was going on. Them the Yankees and White Sox walking out of the cornfields, and you didn't see the corn move. I'm like, what? Being a California kid, I didn't know that they didn't move.
Yeah.
It's like they just like appeared. You're going, all right, this is like, what are we doing here? Like
1-1 to J.J. Bleday. The movie holds up too.
Yeah.
It's great. Still.
Your brother answered this one way: have a catch or play a catch. So I'm testing you.
Have a what?
Are you playing catch or are you having a catch?
Let's have a catch.
Oh, I play catch.
Play catch. Your brother was play catch too, there, Dave.
Here's a swing and miss by Bleday.
If I'm gonna have one, it ain't gonna be a catch. Harken back to the old, 55 years ago when old Griffith decided to open up the beer tap around here. Now that's what I'm gonna have one of.
This is Sam LeCure.
I'm gonna play. Hey, easy now. No, that's Kevin Friends.
Favorite anniversary of all time here today.
Well, the only one.
Yeah. Another foul ball to Bleday. Dion. I mean, you sort of think along with Blake Butera, maybe this will be the final hitter, left-hander Bleday.
I mean, you've got to be thrilled if you're Blake Butera. What do you got out of My Lord and now Will Dion?
1-2. Out to left center. Well, it's a lefty who gets him into the gap. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Bleday to second. He'll stop there. Might have pushed it without 2 outs. A 2-out double for Bleday. First hit since the 3rd inning for the Reds.
All right. See if they can get a little. See if hitting is indeed contagious, because they could use a cold right now.
We see some sweet swings from lefties
right?
today. Just that right there, the barrel staying on top, driving it that way. Because that was easy.
That was easy, man.
105 off the bat of J.J. Bleday. Well, the young manager is out to the mound to make the pitching change. Williams warming up. And indeed, that is the final hitter of the day for Will Dion, who did a great job for the Nationals. Bullpen showing some signs of improving for the Nats. They lead 3-1. Trying to protect that lead. Pitching change back after this. Great day for Will Dion. Only 1 base runner allowed in 3 full innings out of the bullpen, but that 1 base runner knocked him out of the game. The Bleday double. So tying run at the plate, where the guy's been swinging the bat with some authority. Tyler Stevenson against Trevor Williams. 3rd pitcher of the day for the Nats. Ball 1 just a little bit low with the sweeper.
I've got Will Dion as an early candidate for player of the game. He and Abdimalik Ortiz.
You just wanted to say his name.
Yeah.
Shout out to you on that one.
Appreciate you, Bo.
Trevor Williams, just the 5th time back on the mound. Guy's been around a long time. Strike 1.
Yeah, signed a 2-year deal, got hurt, had Tommy John, came back, 5th outing. What a veteran presence he he is. And again, when you don't have big-time stuff, when you don't have 95, you got 90. You mix and match. He plays crisscross at the bottom of the zone better than anybody. And that 88, 90, 91 with the four-seamer, he'll pop you up top late. And some of the swings you're going.
Looks like 100.
Yeah.
Stevenson ahead of the count. Foul ball, 2-2. Well, our unstoppable moment is presented by Can-Am, and we're just going to make it a package of Will Dion. You were impressed, Sam, by what he did.
Yeah, I thought he did a nice job. Second outing with the team. Nice fastball at the top of the zone. The breaking ball below was good. Fielded his position. Did a lot of little things right. One time through the order for him. Blake Butera's got to be pleased with that.
I'm pleased with that.
You're pleased.
That's all that matters.
Great.
The Nationals bullpen has had a tough time this year.
You think?
Yeah, tough time.
Dave, in the 8th and 9th inning here at home alone, 8th and 9th inning, they've given up 100 runs. And so, like the last two nights that it's been, in those two innings combined, I think it's been 12 up, 12 down. It might be even 13. I don't care, but whatever. It's been like, this is great. This is wonderful.
This is how it's supposed to be.
3-2. Stevenson fouls that one back.
And for Paul Taboni, Ani Colombi, and Blake Butera trying to figure this out with Simon Matthews, Sean Doolittle, the whole pitching crew, Dustin Gland out there in the bullpen. It hasn't been the same guys either, right? They've tried so many different combos to figure it out. It just hasn't worked.
Did he go? Strike three call didn't matter. That one was in the zone. And Williams gets out number 3. Runner left in scoring position for the Reds. That time of year, college football on NBC and Peacock. A game in primetime every Saturday night. August 29th. How about this? USC hosts Kevin Franzen's alma mater, the Spartans of San Jose State, live on NBC and Peacock. There you go.
Wow.
Look at that fresh look.
What a Spartan.
Yeah.
It's a proud history of baseball at San Jose State.
Ken Caminiti, Mark Langston.
Did you wear that high helmet so you could have your hair underneath there?
That's how it was.
Oh, I didn't know if maybe because you got the flow.
No, like that one, it was good fit. It was good flow down.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
You had backdoor stuff?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Kevin Franzen, who grew up in the Bay Area, played your college ball in your hometown, essentially.
Hometown. Same place I played minor league ball, first half season of pro ball.
Kind of a cool thing. A one-hop soft liner. And Singer gets the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Sam, I grew up listening to Dave Fleming in my life.
Did you now?
Yeah,
what a blessed childhood.
Yeah, what an old man he is.
What a blessed.
Think about that. Now, I don't look that old.
No, you
do
don't.
I?
No, you're not.
The guy sitting over
Dave,
here
I thought I was older than you.
grew up listening to me.
I thought you've just been at it for a long time.
But now get to work with him. It's been fun.
How about that?
Very fun.
Well, for me. He doesn't. That's another guy. Here you go.
Nunez bunts. And bunts it foul. Stevenson couldn't find the ball, but it was a foul ball. Well, college football's almost here. Baseball pennant race is heating up.
Yeah.
NBC will have all the wild card rounds this year for the first time, and we kind of tease those series if the season were to end today.
Those are pretty good.
Those are pretty
awesome.
solid.
My goodness. What was the other one? Was Houston and Minnesota, correct?
No,
Houston, Texas.
Houston,
I mean, it's
Texas.
very tightly bunched, but if it were ended today, it'd be the Rangers and the Astros.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I saw a T and I was like, for whatever reason, thinking.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Houston's on top right now of the AL West.
Well, just an all-time season Yordan Alvarez is having. Since we're talking about it, if the postseason started today, obviously we got a lot of games to be played, but NBC and Peacock, home of all those games, Yankees, Red Sox at Yankee Stadium, Cubs, Diamondbacks at Wrigley.
And the Diamondbacks, I get it. And the chance of Corbin Burns coming back this year is going to be huge. AJ Puck coming back into the mix, at some point you hope. They've dealt with so many injuries as well. Every team could say that, but Torey Lovullo, one heck of a manager.
It's been nice to see Nolan Arenado have return to form to a degree. I've always been a fan of his out there in Arizona.
Perdomo's. Just him and Corbin Carroll last night, back-to-back triples.
amazing the Dodgers survived that. Dodgers went into the bottom of the ninth leading 1-0. Perdomo hits a triple right away. Corbin Carroll follows it up with a triple right away. So tie game, runner at third, nobody out, and Diaz got through it, and the Dodgers won in 10.
How about the base running by Corbin Carroll on that? Like, how many guys would get doubled off that play at third, a bullet to third, Max Muncy, like basically catch step, and he's back up going. There's the Tim Flannery line that he'd always, anybody that ever tells you to like freeze on a line drive, they're, tell him to kick rocks.
Yeah.
Go back.
If he had frozen, he would have been out. Foul ball by Nunez, who's hanging in there.
Just spoil some pitches, maybe get something, lay something out to center field, use the middle part of the field right here, and then league leader in stolen bases. Got to get on there, find a way.
No swing.
Nice sell job.
Backus, can we get one more button down, please?
Third base umpire Eric Backus. That one's pulled to second and caught by McLean. 2 down. Base is empty here for Ruiz, and you were literally saying it, Sam, as a term of endearment, but boring Brady, here we are again.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's throwing the ball well. I think the Nationals have done a good job of battling him. They fouled off some pitches, like you mentioned, Franny. They've taken advantage of a couple pitches that were over the plate. But yeah, you look up and it's going to be 6 innings and a handful of hits and a walk or two and a couple strikeouts and an opportunity to win the ball game. This guy loves the quality start statistic. Whew, and about missed him.
Because it matters.
About didn't have one.
That one was cranked foul. For more on Brady Singer, Caroline, what do you got?
Well, Brady turned 30 on Tuesday, and in the middle of his 7th Major League season is now one of the veterans on this team. He told me, "I still feel young, though," and said he can't believe just how fast his career has flown by so far. He said, "I tell the young guys that, just how fast it goes too, Dave."
Diving attempt by Myers, but no catch. Gabriel Ruiz with a 3rd hit of the game for him. And Caroline, I mean, it's a good message. 30-year-old guy, but on a youngish Reds team with some new faces that have come up, it's a message worth sharing.
It is, and Brady and his wife Tori will also celebrate their son Bo's 3rd birthday next month. So Brady told me Bo's now old enough to understand what his dad does for work. He said it's so cool to see him get excited about the game now. It's one of the aspects of reaching this point in his career that he certainly appreciates.
That is definitely a carrot to keep you going.
Oh, yeah.
You want to stay in shape, be good, have a big league job as long as you can so your kids can watch you play and get to appreciate it.
And part of the leading that he's done for this Reds team, you talk about Chase Burns, who threw yesterday and getting to an innings limit in his season that he's never reached before, and having a veteran like Brady Singer who takes the ball every day, be able to show him the ropes, it's valuable.
What a cool thing. And 6 innings again today for Singer. He and the Reds, though, trail 3-1.
Sunday Night Baseball. Astros. Well worth the wait. Padres. That is way out of
here. So that's tonight on Sunday Night Baseball. The Astros behind a guy who's having a true all-time great season. He is in the lead in all 3 Triple Crown categories in the American League. Yordan Alvarez against Tatis and that star-studded Padres team on NBC and Peacock. Petco Park, one of the great places for baseball now in the game. I mean, it's packed every night. And the Padres went for it at the trade deadline. The Padres, it was a big question. It shouldn't have been a question for anybody.
Right.
The guy in charge there. Trevor Williams back to work here. Suarez with his power here in the 7th inning. Reds running out of outs today, down 3-1. First pitch swing and a foul, got a piece of the catcher.
This has been some of the hang up for the Reds this season. Yeah, they're top 5 or 7 in home runs in the game. A lot of them are solo. They just haven't been able to find ways to generate a rally. get your leading guy on with a walk, you know, have a couple productive outs, string some hits together. It's not been their MO so far this year, and I think that's a big reason they sit where they sit in the standings.
Just haven't had many opportunities today. They cashed in one in the second inning with a situational at bat, and that was a good at bat.
That was good.
Only leadoff man on today.
Yeah. And since they scored that run in that inning, only one at bat with a runner in scoring position. 2-1 to Suarez from Trevor Williams. Two and two.
Just dink and dive, down, pop you up late, but it's always been fun to watch him just because he knows exactly what he wants to do, and the movements and how pitch shapes play off one another.
And the guy that probably as a hitter frustrated you the most because you couldn't really figure out why he was getting you out. He just did.
This is savvy against him, and then he throws a fastball right down the middle.
Right.
And you don't square it up, and you start talking to yourself.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, you've been around the games where a lot of guys were mic'd up, huh? Because there's a lot of self-talk going on down there, and it's not always good.
No.
Don't suck, don't suck.
Or you suck, you suck.
Yeah, Mr. Positive. That one just a little bit high. Full count here to Suarez.
And that's the one that he gets pretty much all his swings and misses on with his four-seamers. Just right there at the top rail. Eyes down, boom, pop.
Now a little spinning slider down at the bottom.
Suarez, well, he got a fastball in, and it tied him up just enough. Abrams working on his range factor.
Outs above average just went up.
Hey man, if you're the star out there, I'm taking it.
One of the best things about watching CJ play, though, like whether there's been errors or not, he's never scared. So he goes back on ball so great, wants the ball.
Good quality. So a long battle there, but Suarez retired. Now Hector Rodriguez takes one off the outside. Reds need to put some pressure on a Nats bullpen that's been vulnerable. On the ground to first, gobbled up, 2 down.
At Ace, no matter how you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
2 quick outs here for Williams. Top 7. Dane Myers, the center fielder, drove in the only Reds run. Reds led this game 1-0. Just not much offense at all since then. Myers takes low.
I think I appreciate the fact that Matt McClain tried to lay down the bunt, that Dion made the nice play. I mean, you're just trying to do something to upset the rhythm, because the pitching staff of the Washington Nationals right now, they're in a groove. Everybody that's come out of that bullpen, there's only been a couple, but they've been on their game today.
And you've been in really good pens. You've seen what it's like. The pass the baton, like one good outing leads to the next. Like how often? It has to feel like it's an often thing. Like if one guy's going well,
whoever sets the tone.
Yeah, here
right?
we go.
I mean, it's always kind of felt like the first guy that's coming out of the bullpen. Now today, that was to begin the game, right? It was Brad Lord. He goes out there and throws the ball well. Dion comes in, does the same thing. It becomes contagious, like they talk about hitting becoming contagious. That leading guy, he sets the tone for the group, and everybody's followed suit. It's been an impressive day of pitching for them, and it might be a little bit of a tip your hat day from the Reds offense, but you got to find a way.
2-2. Myers stays alive.
And you think about where the Nats are right now. They gave away 3 games against the Phillies here. First time in the history of the game, it was 2 outs, 2 strikes, down. They tied it up with homers in the 9th, and Yankees 3 games, whether it was 8th, 9th inning, they found a way to come back. And this team has been resilient in that factor, which is part of the thing that makes you excited about what could happen, because there's a fight, there's not a woe is me type thing. That they just kept going and kept going. To give yourself that 3rd game against Philly meant something. They get beaten in that, and you're going, dang, what are they going to do with it? They go to Boston, and end up taking 2 or 3 before the whole, or right after they took, the 4-game series against the Yankees. So this season's been tremendous in so many ways. There's so much more to go, but people are only going to focus on, well, they traded away, instead of about what you've seen in the build of this thing, because there's actual direction.
Swing and a miss by Myers. Well, one of the guys who's leading this resurgence for the Nationals, the shortstop C.J. Abrams. He's coming up after the 7th inning stretch here in D.C. Well, the NFL season kicks off a day early with a Super Bowl rematch, Patriots and the Seahawks. Wednesday, September 9th on NBC and Peacock. NFL season, college football season getting close. Let's go down to Caroline. Caroline, how's it going down there?
Well, Sal Stewart went to Bengals training camp last week. Speaking of the NFL coming back, he told me he got to break down the huddle and talk to Zach Taylor and some of the players, and of course he had to wear his Jamar Chase jersey. He said what they do, these players, is so impressive. He said I couldn't do it, but I think that probably goes both ways, guys. I don't know if you would agree, but I think that probably the same could be said for him.
I love it, Caroline, when when all the teams in one city have synergy, when the guys, the star athletes, get to know each other, cheer each other on. That's one of my favorite things, and they got it going on in Cincinnati right now.
Yeah, I think that, the market there, you want to cheer on each team. I think that for a guy like Sal, for Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, the guys in Cincinnati, the stars there, they want to create a winning culture. They understand what it's been like in the city of Cincinnati for many years now, and that's been no championships, right? I mean, it's a winning, starved city. And I think
Joe Flacco's there as the backup. You got to love Joe Flacco.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right.
Franny got to use his Joe Flacco Baltimore accent.
Speaking of Flacco,
here's Brock Burke, who takes over the left-hander for the Reds. Good job by Brady Singer, but the Reds trail in this game 3-1.
Brock Burke's been outstanding at or near the top of the league in appearances in the National League. You see the numbers down there. He's in because he's outstanding against left-handed batters, and he's going to face 3 of them right here for the Nationals in the bottom of this inning.
Tons of in-zone miss, too.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it is not just about chase or anything. It is about in-zone, just challenge.
Kind of one of those rare guys that comes, especially as a left-hander that comes out. He's got 3 pitches. He's got the good fastball that he'll run up into the mid-90s, the breaking ball, and a nice changeup if he happens to need it against a righty.
Abrams against Burke. Going after the very first pitch and a high fly ball foul.
That's been a play. It's been a theme. Franny, is that something that you've noticed throughout the season, that they've been aggressive early in counts? I just feel like this series has been, I mean, they're coming ready to play.
So what's crazy, so we were talking about it with Curtis Mead and James Wood, losing those 2 guys, 1 to injury, 1 to trade. They were the least first pitch swingers on the team.
Okay.
And so you would see early in the games, like, a lot of takes, a lot of just, swing decisions happening. That's a part of, like, diversifying a lineup, right? You have your aggressive and you have your really patient, and it's a good mix. And right now it's a very aggressive team.
Okay.
Abrams, a little soft liner into right, and it's going to get down for a base hit. C.J. Abrams has his first hit of the day against the new pitcher Burke.
Wiry, strong that he is. I mean, he has the plate coverage. That's pitch off the plate away. With the length in the zone that he gets. Stay on it. Good hitter. 5 of 8 stealing against Brock Burke. I wonder if there's an opportunity in here to get going.
They might force the issue a little bit. But meanwhile, Andres Chaparro, who has had a great series off the bench, including yesterday for the Nats.
Was that a bat by Nasim Nunez that chased Chase Burns? Brought in Sam Ball. He comes in, bases loaded double, and then gets another one the opposite way, and then boop, little. You don't see it, but like this hand just peeks in between.
That was a cool play. Ball 1 to Chaparro. So Abby Ortiz 2 for 3 with a homer and another base hit, and now he gives way to his platoon partner Chaparro, who can do damage against lefties. Abrams runs, got a good jump. Stevenson from his knee made a strong throw, but no chance. A really good throw, but Abrams just too big of a jump.
They're calling that first move for a base runner. As soon as the lefty picks his leg up, you're off to the races. And I didn't think there was any reason for Tyler Stevenson to throw this ball. He made it a heck of a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. And it wasn't close.
It was not. So runner in scoring position. Chaparro swings and got a piece, barely. Foul ball, 2-1. You got another right-handed hitter on deck, and Burke is going to have to face, I mean, the bullpen's quiet, so I don't think they were planning on yanking him quickly anyway. 22nd steal of the year for Abrams. But you got Brady House getting ready to hit next.
Well, the team that leads the league in pinch hit appearances, right? Over 130 now on the year. Just in Philadelphia the other day, they had 50. Right? Like, it's a very set lineup. There's not, you know, any of those matches with old school, new school, whatever it is. Like, this is how they're going to do it.
Out in front of the changeup, good one from Brock Burke, 3-2.
I mean, you saw it a couple years ago with one of the greatest platoon teams out there in the Giants, 107 wins, and that was a huge part of it.
Using the bench every single game, getting as many good matchups as they could, and that's what the Nationals are trying to do. It's not a bad idea. Now, I mean, I love the idea of having a set lineup of a bunch of established stars too. Chaparro, strike 3 call. He thought about it, but the changeup got him looking. Big first out for Burke and the Reds.
A great pitch. It's four-seamer changeup, a little slider to righties.
Yeah, he's got ability to do that with the third pitch.
And then that sinker that he's starting to throw more and more to the lefties, is it to get in, or is it just in general?
But he'll do that sinker in, and he'll drop the changeup left on left inside to him. He did that to C.J. Abrams, which is one of the most amazing pitches you can throw. If you can throw the same hand, same hitter changeup, left on left, right on right.
Now a pickoff throw, and it goes into center field. So the power of speed and the threat of base running forces the error from the Reds. Abrams ends up at third.
Well, he does that little pop off, right? Like he gets that shuffle out there trying to time it up, sticks, and then just the bury.
And they had him pretty good. I mean, that was one that came from Tyler Stevenson. If you saw the other angle, you saw the glove drop. That's the signal for Brock Burke to turn around and make the throw. For as much PFP, good PFP have we seen today, that was no good. No bueno.
Infield in, first pitch swing from the pinch hitter Brady House, not deep. Rodriguez has the big arm, and Abrams is not going to test it.
Oh boy,
he can throw.
When CJ got the third, did he go Ronaldo on that one?
Oh,
he do his little like jump on third, and
2 down. So for Brady House, he'll be disappointed at that.
I know we didn't get to talk much about him, Brady House, but I think I like him.
Yeah,
I saw him some last year, and I thought, I was like, this kid's a player.
And he got sent down, and for so many different reasons. Number one, like trying to just slow down.
Yeah.
So young. He was thinking on everything and playing third base. Now he's not thinking. He is free flow out there.
Strike 1 to Dalen Lyle, trying to come up
with
another big hit against his hometown team. Runner at third, 2 down. Lyle pulls it foul. Well, we got to have the talk with Brady House. Like, when you're a young guy, the network is in to do a network national broadcast. You got to take a pitch so we can pump you up a little bit.
Yeah,
it's about you. It's not about your team.
We have all this stuff on Brady. 1 pitch out. 0-2 here to Lyle. 1-2. It's a pretty good combo that Brock Burke from the left side. You run it up to 97 with the high fastball and then that changeup.
Yeah, he's been a big addition for them. Pitched a lot of ball games. It's been mix and match many times this year for the Reds bullpen. There's been injury, there's been ineffectiveness, but this guy's been a constant. The guys that have been out there consistently take the ball anytime they're asked. It's been a good group, and they're getting better.
Lyle battling from 0-2 to 2-2. It's a huge extra run, the way the Reds offense is struggling today. Lyle on the ground, up the middle, base hit. He's done it again. Wow. Against the Reds, it's 4-1.
Great two-strike at bat. 0-2, 2-2 as you mentioned, and then down and away. Just fight. No swing in there that you're going, well, I got that. That's your Sal Stewart with have a different club there.
Yeah. We're just kind of recognizing the situation, what's been thrown to you that at bat. You know, he got some fastball at the top. You know, he can lean out there a little bit against the lefty. I mean, it's a tough thing to do mentally.
Talking about a guy that was player of the month for the NL in September last year and just was rolling. Thinking that, you know, you're going to have that. And he hasn't had that stretch yet this year, and he's had a really good year.
Oh, yeah. You feel like there's more, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's just going to play the Reds more often.
No, well, yeah.
0-2. Some guys get described as having a feel for the barrel. We've showed that swing. You guys, good description of how, you know, not the full swing. He hit 110 miles an hour.
No.
Like on a pitch down and away. That's some pretty good natural ability. Got him. Cruz goes down on that off-speed pitch, but a run and a big one for the Nationals to the 8th inning. 4-1 Nats. It was just last night up the road in Philadelphia. Max Scherzer wearing that Blue Jays uniform on the road against Kyle Schwarber and the Phillies. 3-2 pitch in the 6th. Perfect fastball. And he moves into the top 10 in Major League history. 3,516 strikeouts. He passed the great Walter Johnson, Big Train, the all-time greatest Washington Senator and the greatest pitcher of that era. Top 10 all-time for Max Scherzer strikeouts. Walter Johnson's name up on the wall here in D.C.
He had 2 years in 1912 and 1913, 14 and 15 plus WAR. Walter Johnson
just kept taking the ball, pitched over and over again. And he was like the original really hard thrower. Walter Johnson, they didn't have radar technology back then, but he threw hard.
I think when I had a chance to go up to Cooperstown a few years ago, kind of go through the archives a little bit and see how the game has evolved to where it was kind of like soft toss a little bit, and then once the arm got moved to side arm, and now obviously we see it over the top today to account for the angle of the mound. But Walter Johnson was kind of that first guy I saw video of that was throwing from side arm, so that was the high velocity guy then.
But crazy thing is, I looked it up. That's what's awesome about Baseball Reference, right? 23,514 batters he faced, and like Max did it in half, 12,000.
Yeah. Oh. Different era of baseball. A little bloop, and that's a base hit for Matt McLean. The Reds need a spark. Here in the 8th inning, they're down 4-1. That's a leadoff man aboard.
Matt's been doing a nice job. He was injured for a bit, but probably could have been sent down to the minor leagues from offensive inefficiencies.
That's a nice way to say it.
Thank you. I was really trying to be PC in DC. Offensive inefficiencies, and since he's come back, he's done a nice job of moving the ball to the right side of the field. We saw him the first night this series, hit a pumped one to left field, a big homer, and then a bullet off the right center field wall. So he's kind of trending in the right direction of a guy who can be an offensive performer for them.
TJ Friedel going to be used as pinch hitter here. He's got a little bit of a scuffle going right now. Takes high, ball one. Friedel hitting for Key Brian Hayes in the 9 spot. Done some great work over a long career. Right now, though, not happening for him. Let's see if he can find a way to get on base. He bunts and bunts it foul.
Ruiz is going to need a moment. Yeah, that is a weapon in TJ's toolbox, is the bunt.
But you're right, Dave. It's been a struggle for him. I mean, he's your opening day center fielder for probably the past 2 or 3 years. Was on base as much as any leadoff hitter in baseball, probably not named Shohei Ohtani last year. I mean, it was borderline all-star last season. It just hasn't gone his way. Baseball's a tough game.
1-1. This is high, or outside at least. 2-1.
Always feel like when he goes up against the Nats, it's a grind. Every AB, grind. Foul off pitches, spit on borderline ones.
Good example there. Those are 2 close pitches. He's gotten himself ahead in the count, 3-1. Orlando Ribalta warming up in the Nationals bullpen. So we'll see how long Trevor Williams is going to hang in this game. 3rd pitcher of the day on a bullpen day for the Nats. That one hit hard on one hop, speared. Nunez to second one. Abrams to first. Got him, double play. Wow, that was some great infield defense. 2 down.
Well, Nasee's been doing this all year, and you see him go to his left, know the timing, know the speed of runners on everything, so it's it's not just a flip it over there, it's a bullet. And then, gosh, don't you miss that? Beautiful slide by Matt McClain, but a great turn by CJ on that one. Old school baseball.
That was good baseball. I hate to see it if you're a Red Leg fan, but that was good baseball right there.
2 great arms on that double play.
And for a guy, TJ Friedl, who's been scuffling, putting together a good at bat, hits one on the screws, and it turns into 2 outs. And then just like that,
Dela Cruz is gone. And indeed, I'll steal your words. Just like that, we go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Nats. Nationals in the last half inning. Naseem Nunez has been doing it all weekend long.
And pretty much all season long. From shortstop, second base, it's the timing, it's the electricity. He's made every routine play, but just have the hips swivel him. Next thing you know, get off a good one. But this is the one. Changes everything. 4-6-3. What a beauty.
That's as good as he gets right there. That's just big league defense from Nunez and Abrams, and the Nationals riding pitching and defense. We haven't said that a whole lot this year.
Dave. No, Dave. No.
But that's been the formula today. TJ Antone comes into the game for the Reds, and just an amazing story, Sam.
Yeah. This is his return from his 3rd Tommy John surgery. Tommy John on a lot of people's minds.
Indeed.
Currently, and no one more so than TJ Antone. And it's gone from a good story to he's been a critical piece of this Reds bullpen. It is no longer a good story. It is, they need him. And he stepped up in a big way. He's thrown the ball really well for them. Kind of known for his 100-mile-an-hour fastball and a big curveball. They called him Captain Hook when he first came up. It's a different arsenal, but he's mastered it. He's thrown the ball really well.
Tons of spin. No more fastballs. Like it's there, but it doesn't do it.
Little cue shot. Going to be a tough play. Good effort, but safe at first. Bibas.
I think it's twice. Ivan Johnson's come on into a game and
got found.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, come on.
Johnson now at 3rd after they used a pinch hitter for Key Brian Hayes. Even the great Key Brian Hayes wasn't going to get Bibas out.
I don't think Nolan Arenado, Mike Schmidt, Scott Rowland, or Kevin Franz didn't make that play. Maybe.
You can't make it from the bench there. Can't make it from the bench there, Sam.
Pinch runner for the Nats.
It's Andrew Pinckney.
Just made his major league debut. Was that this week?
Yep. Debut was the go-ahead run in extra innings, and the next day his first start.
Pumped.
Big fly. Christopher Sanchez. That's a pretty good one.
Pretty good one.
Yes.
There goes Pinckney right away. Throw, tag, safe.
Jeez, he was flying.
The guy is tooled out. He is 4th round pick for the Nats back at what, 21, I think it was, and 22, and cannon of an arm.
I mean, flying. I didn't even think that was like a great jump, but he hit halfway and he was gone.
solid.
First steal of his big league career. That was impressive. I was just kind of taking that one in for a second. You also make just such a good first impression when you're a young guy and you get put in as a pinch runner and it's go time. No hesitation, no fear.
The other night, grounded out first at bat, but the next inning he goes out there, ball off the wall. Justin Crawford's, he was on the run right away. He gets it 90 to Nasim Nunez, double cut, get the guy at home before you have a big league knock.
Nunez was a little late with that swing. Man.
Oh, I think it was maybe last night or Friday night. There was a ball shot over into that third base dugout over by that umbrella where the big camera is. Shattered the camera lens. Had to do a little quick jiffy lube to it.
Whew. I had no idea that you just take off half of it and there you go.
Out to right center field, sinking fast and down for a hit. Pinckney had to make sure. Myers has got the cannon. Throw back to second and out at second. Nunez took a chance there when the throw went to third. He took off for second. He wants his team to look at it on video review. But the cut by Johnson and then the throw to De La Cruz called out on the field.
Washington challenging now, call at second base.
Well, it was a good glove fake by Dane Myers in center field to hold up the pinch runner there. Pinckney at second base. But then a really nice job on the backside of it.
Safe.
Yeah, I think he's in there.
Well, I got to hold off from saying anything. Anyway.
But he looks safe.
But nobody out, runner at second base, you're going back tag every time. Like the only goal is to be at third base, right? Like in that moment, you're not trying to take off in a situation like this. One out, you're halfway.
I think the hand did get there first, and I think he kept it on the bag. It's always part of the question when you watch those plays. Did he get there first, but then also did he hold the bag? I think yes on both.
I think he's I think he's in there.
He doesn't get credit for a steal, but that's almost like stealing a base right there.
Yep.
That's
and it's one that like I actually don't mind if it is an out because he never slowed up, but he's watching the way Dane Myers is doing. You stay out of double play in that situation, even bigger.
Yeah, he's definitely safe. Takes some courage too. Your head's headed right for the knee of De La Cruz.
The biggest surprise is it's taken this long to figure out that he's safe.
No, we're in queue. We're in queue right now.
Oh.
They're in the elevator music.
Yeah, please hold.
We'll get back to you. You're third in line.
This one should be pretty obvious, I think.
I mean, it's close.
You know, guys, it is a hard job to do the replay and stuff. So just have a little faith that they're going to get it right.
I feel it. Is there a soapbox around here? Do you have something to say to get off your chest?
After review, the call's been overturned. The runner's safe. Watch your tape.
Okay. Good challenge by the Nats, and now they're really set up here. Second and third, nobody out.
You know, this is, I think, the frustrating game if you're a player playing the baseball is TJ Friedel puts together a great at bat, hits a bullet, turns into a double play. TJ Antone's got a cue shot and a Texas leaguer into center field, and he's got second and third, nobody out, and he feels like he's throwing the ball pretty good. Hang with him.
Sometimes the game doesn't make sense. Now an intentional walk issued, and I think partially because Ruiz has had a good day, but partially just it's do or die time for Tito Francona and the Reds. Infield comes in, you got the force at home plate. Jacob Young fouls the first pitch back.
That's the stuff. He's been hunting stuff up in the zone just in general. Doing such a good job. He had one earlier today. Got that sack line.
Challenge coming from Stevenson on a sweeper.
Catcher challenge the call of the ball.
Like I said before, if it's Tyler Stevenson challenging, don't even put it up on the big board.
I want to feel this overtime.
He's amazing.
He's been, I mean, it's really been incredible.
It's over a quarter of the ball right there. Like, come on.
Come on.
Like, no, I'm just saying.
Franny,
like,
you can see that from here up in the
No, but I'm
blimp.
saying, like, it's not like just nicking it with like a seam. There's ball on the plate that you're going, How is he that good?
He's really good. It's a big call. 0-2. Young on the ground. Runner breaks for home, and the ball was not played by Johnson. It was De La Cruz who got it, and he has to go to third for the force out there, but the run scores. Pinckney, it's 5-1.
Can we get that in a slow-mo?
I don't know how it got under Johnson's glove, but
how Ellie catching it.
How did he stay with that and have the wherewithal not to panic in the moment and try to make something that wasn't there?
I mean, that's a...
Wow.
Okay.
It went over.
All right.
I mean, from the top of the Capitol Dome where we are, I couldn't really tell exactly what had happened.
I was wondering why Johnson hadn't thrown the ball home.
Johnson was looking up like it kicked off him.
Oh.
I don't
get an out, but that's not what the Reds were looking for there. They needed that ball to come home. The Nationals are thrilled to get an extra run. And now they're stud at the top of the order, a chance to drive in more. Abrams out in front. It's 0-2. So fielder's choice RBI for Jacob Young. 89 runs batted in for C.J. Abrams. Goes down swinging here on the sweeper.
Just guys on base, you don't see him go down quick. The invisible over the top. Look at that ball.
He's got swing and miss. He's got some swing and miss in the strike zone at a pretty high rate, which I think is pretty impressive. That's hard to do at the big league level.
Chaparro, strike one swinging before the half inning ends. Since you mentioned it with TJ Antone 3 times with so-called Tommy John surgery, I'm glad you said it. Everybody around baseball thinking about the Tommy John. After releasing a statement yesterday, his health is in decline. He basically was saying goodbye. It sounded like.
I mean, you think about the thousands of careers that have been revived from that surgery.
He was the guinea pig.
He was the guinea pig.
The original patient, Dr. Frank Jobe, was the guy who sort of pioneered the surgery.
Yep.
Tommy John pitched 14 years after that elbow surgery. And you talk about most consequential figures in the history of the game. He's high on the list.
There's no question. That he revolutionized the sport. And
1-2. That one cranked down the left field line, hooking around that foul pole, and
oh my!
Wow! Foul.
That's off 106.7 The Fan right there. The little booth.
Man,
I've never seen a ball. Well, I did that.
I don't know that I've seen a ball go above the seats out there.
The only 2 I've ever seen, Wilson Ramos and John Carlos Stanton. I think when he was Mike, he went way up.
He had to change his name after that.
Yeah.
Blake Butero's coming out, and he might be asking if the crew chief is willing to initiate a boundary challenge.
You should be able to, but this is over the foul pole, and this should have been. That's straight in line.
This will be a crew chief review on the foul ball.
I think I kind of thought it was a homer.
So we can have a Michael Morse revision where he gets to take that fake swing, the Phantom swing, and then go.
That doesn't happen very often, but it would be. Instead of a foul ball, Chaparro would get to circle the bases. I just don't know. The umpire down the third base line has such a good look at it.
112. I mean,
I don't know how we can have a camera that's going to do better than what.
I mean, but that's already past it. I mean, it's probably hooked around it.
Way past. We're trying to. We're reversing. We're zooming. It's hard.
It's crazy because we talk about it with football, like how goalposts don't have like lasers or something at the top that you can figure that out.
The Color Field stands to foul ball.
Wow.
Yeah. Just no way to tell. Even if you have a perfect camera angle straight down the line, one hit that high is hard to tell without some sort of technological help.
I don't know. Too high.
That'll be next. That'll be next.
We might have a check swing challenge system coming to MLB sooner rather than later. They're testing that in the minor leagues with cameras.
I feel bad for pitchers on that one. I do.
Nothing's a swing.
Because they're not going to have it.
I mean, everything is a check swing. Nothing's a swing with that system they're trying out in the minor leagues. 2-2. Chaparro out to right center toward the gap. That one's going to get down and go to the wall. That'll score 2 more Nationals. Chaparro at second with a double, and the Nats have broken this game open. It's 7-1.
The 3 RBI off the bench last night, 2 today. You hit that ball 112 off the bat, and it's a foul ball. You wonder, man, that was my chance. That was my opportunity. He goes, all right, I'll just shorten up, go the other way. Off the plate away.
And from a mentality standpoint, as a hitter, to feel like you just missed a 3-run, I mean, job. To kind of settle yourself back in and do that, I mean, that's a great approach. That's great awareness. That was a nice piece of hitting.
Here's House with 2 down, but 3 runs in for the Nats in this inning. 13 hits today for the Nationals. And I don't know, guys, maybe after a little calibration, you trade a few guys away, your big dude goes down hurt, James Wood. Maybe this Nationals team is going to find its footing again. They were having an excellent year, and maybe they can get themselves right back in contention. That one pulled foul.
Well, I talked with Kate Cavalli, the leader of the pitching staff, and part of it was what you have done to build this culture early on. Like that's it. That you don't want to lose that. And losing that is like thinking, oh, woe is me, we don't have enough. It's like, keep that fight.
Yeah.
What you've built is beautiful here. Doesn't mean that they're, it's got to go X, Y, Z, but the fight that they have shown all year is going to be something that's going to continue on for however long it's going to be, for all those guys to be there, the core group.
It's shown up in it's shown up in this series. They come in, they had lost 8 of 9. The Reds were one of the better teams in baseball in the second half, and they have absolutely outplayed them. They've shown fight in their at-bats. They've shown fight in the series itself.
2 multi-run innings. I think it's at 160 now on the year.
Yeah. They can score in bunches, this young Nationals group. Kate Cavalli. Grizzled old veteran.
Yeah, 26 or something like that. Yeah. He's almost older than his manager, though.
He's fantastic, man. Gosh, what a stud.
2-2. House goes down swinging, but not before the Nationals put 3 more on the board. We go to the 9th. It's 7-1. Coming up next on Peacock, a live whip-around show bringing you look-ins, highlights, analysis from all of today's games, taking you right up until the start of Sunday Night Baseball. Sunday stretch only on Peacock. All kinds of stuff going on around the big leagues today. Jake Bird, part of that deal with the Yankees that sent Luis Garcia to the Bronx. Jake Bird has had a track record of success. It's not been great this year. This is his Nationals debut. Welcome to Washington.
Welcome to Washington. Look, it's going to be a part of the package. Giovanni Cruz was one. Ben Grable, you know his dad, 1994 linebacker for the Stanford Cardinal.
Heck yeah. Called strike from Jake Bird. The sweeper's always been a signature pitch for him. Look, this Nationals bullpen has a different look right now. We were talking about it kind of on the offensive side, finding the footing. But maybe in the bullpen, that could be the biggest difference for this team.
And that's some of the guys that got back from the moves that they made, right? And it's solidified a situation that they failed at for the better portion of the year. I mean, lost X amount of games that they've been in the lead. And they've shored that up, at least in this series.
Well, Clayton Beater and Brad Lord are the only ones that are original opening day bullpen. Rebalta came up a little bit later, got sent back down, then came back up and is stuck. I would say those 3 are the ones that have been, you feel confident going along with. Now it's like, who else can step up?
Then you got
create that pen.
Cruz, who just popped in from the Yankees, right?
Yeah, I'm in with that.
Wow.
So 1-2 the count to Sal Stewart. Can't sign off without reminding you to go to MLBshop.com. Got to get some gear, jerseys, hats, hoodies, whatever. That is strike 3 to Sal Stewart, who's unhappy with the umpire. And maybe just part of the frustration of the weekend and how it's gone for the Reds.
Yeah, and he tapped way too late. He stood there for a second, looked back, was starting to walk off, and then tapped.
Yeah, if it hadn't happened by now, it's too late.
Like he's already back and then there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's a while.
No.
It's too late.
And I don't know that he would have won it anyway. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
I'm sure he and the Reds are thinking, well, we got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
But still, that was too late. Bleday.
And certainly, like you said, some frustration of a series that they felt like they were primed to come in and win. And well, it's looking like a sweep.
They were playing their best ball in a long time.
They really had been. April, they were leading. They may have had the best record in baseball. Certainly, they were leading the Central Division. I felt like it was a smoke and mirrors type of situation. This stretch of baseball they've had, I really had felt was improvement and their best stretch of baseball they played all season. Came to a pretty quick halt.
Time to regroup. The Reds will have an off day tomorrow and then start a series on the south side of Chicago against the White Sox on Tuesday. White Sox kind of alongside the Nationals, one of the real surprise teams in baseball. Hardest remaining strength of schedule in MLB, the Reds. It's going to be an uphill climb.
It is. And they know that, and I think that's a reason why they hung on to some of their guys, because they're going to need those veteran presence down the stretch if they're going to have any kind of a chance.
Trying to keep the game going down to their final out. Stevenson takes inside ball one. The Nationals have the Cubs coming in.
Yeah, they took the opening series from them this year at Wrigley Field.
It was kind of an announcement that, hey, the Nationals, it was going to be a different year.
Yeah, because I mean, think about all the excitement that was going on with Bregman being there, and then Horner and PCA both signed their deals in the middle of that series. You're like, the vibe was pretty high there.
Yeah.
Well, it's high again.
It's high again.
1-1. Fouled away, and now the Reds are down to their final strike. So the Nats have the Cubs then on the road against a Mets team that is playing a little better. Playoff caliber team in Texas. A long road trip. New York, Arlington, and Miami. After the 3 home games against the Cubs. 1-2. Got him. Game over. Weekend over for the Reds. It's a 3-game sweep for the Nationals. Don't count them out. The Nationals believe they still have a chance.
And with those chances comes every opportunity, right? Like, you guys stepping up, getting an opportunity here. Jake Bird to close it out. Look, they have not been good here at home. 10 games under 500 coming into this series. So you get a first sweep of the year at home is helpful, but so many guys contributing. You see the back. I'll always talk about the 7, 8, 9 hitters. If they get going, this team is so strong. And last time they swept was in Milwaukee. They're bad.
Yeah, no kidding.
They fooled me, man. I mean, if you walk into this, if I didn't know what I had known as far as the homework, I thought Washington played a really nice series. You mentioned, Franny, a lot of contributions from different guys. Their bullpen, they stuck to the plan and got it done when they had an opportunity to win games. Some 2-out pinch hit. I mean, they did a really nice job, and that's why they're clapping hands right now.
Well, we started the day with Caroline talking to Dalen Lyle. We think we're going to end the day that way. He had a great weekend, so we'll hear from one of the Nats stars when we come back to D.C. Final score, Nationals beat the Reds 7-1. CC Sabathia and Ahmed Fareed break down the biggest winners and losers from the busy trade deadline. New episodes dropping every Wednesday on NBC Sports Digital and all major podcast platforms. And we just talked to him, Dalen Lyle. What a year he had against the team he grew up watching. He grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, just an hour away from Cincinnati. Went 10 for 25, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs.
He got out 15 times. I'm disappointed. But no, it's the damage, and Sam had brought it up. It wasn't just about the pull side stuff. It was like just finding ways to flip things.
So, Dalen, let's talk to Caroline again down on the field.
Dalen, we saw you pregame, but another productive day for you against the Reds. What has continued to allow you to be so successful against this group?
I mean, just trusting everything that I do before the game. not trying to be someone I'm not, just know my role and just try to execute.
An RBI single for you in the 7th to make it a 4-1 lead. What did you see in that at bat?
I mean, obviously, he was a good left-hand pitcher. Just try to see the ball up and just stay through the middle, and I did that.
You're at the end now of a 17-day stretch without an off day.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of about how you finished that stretch?
You know, the 17-game stretch, it was a lot of ups and downs for us as a team. But for us to come back to our home field and sweep the Reds, I mean, it's a good start. Now we got to take care of the Cubs.
To have the series sweep at the end of that 17 days, what does that say about this team and the resilience?
We're never out of it. We're always fighting. We got a lot of grit, got a lot of hard workers, and, you know, we just trust and believe in each other. And, yeah, I mean, people need to stop doubting us.
Thanks so much. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Dave. Caroline, I'm not going to doubt this Nats group as this crowd files out of Nationals Park. A series sweep for the Nats. They earned the off day coming up, didn't they?
Yeah, so did I. I mean, geez, it's all about me.
DC, remember tonight 8 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Astros, those Astros with Jordan Alvarez and the Padres from Petco. That's Sunday Night Baseball. Coming up next on Peacock, it's Sunday Stretch. For Sam LeCure, for Kevin Franzen, for Caroline Pineda, our whole crew. Dave Fleming saying so long. You've been watching Sunday Leadoff presented by Ford. The Nats sweep away the Reds with a dominant performance here on Sunday.